Alright, yo, welcome back. For starters, I've recorded this way too many times. So basically, I started off with one project I was recording, didn't like what I was doing, so I scrapped it, okay? Then I was like, you know what, let me just try to do something. Found some chords I liked from this guy named Isaac Corner, does tutorials. I'll link him down below for sure. Now, for me personally, I love new jazz, but I also kind of just love doing my own thing too. And I feel like new jazz is exactly the style that I love. It's kind of like between dark trap and new jazz trap. It's just like absolutely perfect for where it scratches my brain, my music brain, right? So I'm using Purity for one of these little melodies, and it's like da 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 da. And I didn't really have like an idea going into it. I usually just kind of thumb around on the keyboard until I like find something I like, but usually the sound really helps. The only tip I can give is just still some good chords, man. There's so many people that make bomb tutorials and they just give you the chords. Just take the chords, because half the time that's really all I need, and then I can just put my own melody in and then you layer it, right? But this melody here, it's very Animal Crossing esque. It's great. It's got like, I don't even know what this sound is, but it's fantastic. I'll put it on screen. What is that? The musty piano. That's what we're gonna call it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, but the musty piano it just sounds so good, and then you put it with some hot 808s, man, and you're just cooking. It just sounded so good. I just could not do it. And I'll play a little segment here.
Wonder why Sonic.
Finished.
I'm gonna talk. I don't think I really need to talk about the 808s or what I do for Foley, unless you guys just really want me to. I kind of just put things where I feel would just kind of fit. I'm pretty sure you probably heard that a lot, but that's just kind of what I do for Foley or little background noises or little ear candies. I just put them where I think, they would sound nice to me.
You're finished.
But I really want to talk about what I did with Knuckles here. I just went on the internet and I just looked up Sonic XD, because that's one of my childhood games, and I looked up a file pack for the sound, right? Downloaded it, and then I went to the section with Knuckles, and it's got like every single voice line you could possibly want from that game. So I took all the voice lines, right, and I just kind of compiled them into like a little remix, and it's like in the very intro. And I'm not doing like anything special. I'm not using the craziest effects. All I did was really just put a EQ filter, and I just made it sound like he was talking through like a telephone. And then for the last part, I just cut it off so that when the beat dropped, you would like clearly hear him, and then the beat would drop. And then I'll play this segment too.
Wonder why Sonic. Chaos.
You're finished.
Also, I really love this little bell right before the actual hi-hats and the clap come in, because sometimes I really just like to let the beat itself ride with the 808s and just the chords and the melody first. I don't know why, but it scratches that little spot for me. Now, originally I did have this one, I don't know, like small counter melody, and at this time I've already put the beat out like it's scheduled, but now going back and listening to the beat, I don't like it. So I'm probably either gonna take it out, or I'm gonna try to like null it down to where it's just like really far in the background, and so if you listen you can hear it. But I may just take it out. But I did kind of want to present what I had, if that makes sense. Something else I like that I did was I kind of put like a bit of like a echoey ear candy right as I did like a continuation of like 4 bars. You got the whole beat going on with the second melody, and then I kind of let it drift off as if like, oh, that's it, and then I just like kind of popped it back in, and like after about like I think only 3 measures, and it's just like perfectly timed enough to where you think like, oh, that was it, and then it just comes back in again, and it's just like a really solid simple transition. I like stuff like that. I'm not really the best at doing like super complicated, transitions and just like kind of phasing in and out of hypnotic melodies. So I just really like just very static or very like simple transitions that kind of make you like pay attention a bit more. This is probably one of my favorite melodies I think I've ever done. I think I can kind of say that I am kind of known for doing some very odd melodies, but this da 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 da, and you'll hear it, but it delays on the last one. It repeats the phrase twice, right? Or 3 times, but on the last one it has like a pause, and then it like the syncopation is different between the first part of the melody and like the latter part, and it's just like so perfect because I let it drift off at the end with just like the chords and the melody. It's just I love it. I love it so much, and I guess to anybody else that's watching too, that's the main thing. Like I know it's like really hard to like get into that headspace of like, like kind of like a flow state, but you really need to find out what you like, because if you don't, you're not going to put out anything good because, well, you don't like it. So just kind of do what you want to do at the end of the day. I know this was like a bit of a shorter video, but I think this is really all I can kind of say about this without going on and yapping too much and kind of over explaining. I'm not the best at teaching this kind of stuff, but I do think it's interesting to kind of get into the details and talk about. I can talk about the thumbnail. The thumbnail's dope. I have my friend, Oroches, that's what he goes by. He does a little art here and there, not anything crazy, but I got the background from him. It's like a painting of like a nebula, and his little symbol is down in the bottom left. And then I took Knuckles, and then I just found a picture of him from the second Sonic Adventure game, cropped him out, and then took an Emerald JPEG that I found, cropped it out, put some like rainbow flares, and boom, that was it. I usually just like to use his art solely, but I think this is such like a good eye catcher that you kind of have to click on this. Maybe that's just me, but anyways, man. Have a great day or night, and God bless, man. Keep making music.